Hello there and welcome to the channel. This is the ultimate Star Wars Battlefront 2 guide. In this video we'll cover everything you could possibly imagine. I'm gonna go through lots of things you might not know and so on. But here's a preview of most of the stuff I will talk about, but as always this is just my opinion. There are no best blasters in the game, for example, but there are a few blasters I recommend over other blasters. So with everything said, let's begin with the blast for the assault class, then we'll go through Starcards for the assault till we end up with the sniper class. There are 4 blasters to choose from besides the first regular one, and I use mostly just 2 of them, no matter situation or anything. And the first one is the A280, which is good at mid-range. I usually use this blaster when I'm not on map like Death Star and so on. For attachment I use improved cooling and improved range, because I feel like that's the best for me. The third one is dual zoom, which I think is the worst attachment for this blaster, because you will probably not need it at any time. The second blaster I always use is the CR2, which is probably my favorite blaster for assault class. And this blaster is just so good at maps like Death Star and Javelin 4 in the last phase, and many more. If you like to play game modes like strike/extraction, this blaster will come in handy for you. For attachment I run reduced recoil, but nothing more actually. Sometimes in strike I can use the iron shot attachment, but not that much because it's reduced the damage against troopers, which is not good at all. And the night vision is just shit in my opinion. Use it when it's nighttime on Endor, but never ever anywhere else. Now let's focus on the star cards. There are plenty of cards you can choose from, but remember it's not good sticking with just 3 cards all the time. Try for yourself which card you think should work together for different game modes. I got 3 loadouts that I think work the best for me. Now the first one is the one I mostly run. First card is Bounty Hunter, and this will increase your battle points whatever you do during the match, up to 20% at max level. Next card is Assault Training, and this simply gives you health back when defeating an enemy. And the last card is Bodyguard, which makes it harder for the enemy to take you down, because now you can take those extra shots before dying and perhaps save your life by killing the guy who's trying to kill you. In the next loadout there is still the Bounty Hunter and the Assault Training cards, but instead of Bodyguard I got Toughen Up, which gives you health back quicker while ability is still active. And the last loadout contains Bounty Hunter as the other 2, but 2 new cards. The first one is Recharge Vanguard, which makes you really unstoppable. When killing just one enemy with the Vanguard will take all your ability out of recharge, which is really nice. And the last card is Flash Pistol. And it do as it sounds. The blaster can shoot secondary fire that makes the enemy go blind for a little bit, enough to kill them. But this loadout do I only use perhaps in the game mode Strike. Well, now let's focus forward to the heavy class. The heavy class is made to be a little bit of a tank. Keep that in mind when choosing your star cards. First off, always Bounty Hunter card. Then expert weapon handling, that makes your weapon cooling success states be longer. And last, improved combat shield, which has 300 health fully upgraded. Next loadout contains Bounty Hunter and Resourceful, that just simply makes all my abilities have shorter recharge time. And last but not least, Barrage, which fire multiple small grenades. Last loadout, Bounty Hunter, Detonite Charge, which is just like a bomb you can trigger whenever you want, and Supercharged Sentry, which is just as the regular one, except it has small explosive shots added to each shot and can go through blocks by Saber heroes. Hello there, this is the next day I'm recording in the morning, so my voice may sound a little bit off for now. But however, I forgot to talk about the best blaster in my opinion for the heavy class yesterday, so here it is. First blaster is the TL50, and if you have played the campaign before this you may have figured out that this is Aiden's main weapon. This blaster is good in close areas and decent at mid-range. For the attachment I'll run improved cooling, and this simply increases the time the blaster can be fired before requiring to be cooled down. Next is reduced spread, which is just awesome. But third one ain't that bad. I can run this attachment sometimes, but not much. Next blaster is the T21, which you can play around as a sniper or as a regular blaster. Every attachment on this blaster is good, so try for yourself which one you think worked best for you, but I would run scope and improved handling most of the time. Before we're going through the officer class, make sure to like the video and comment what I could have done better so I can fix it the next time I'm uploading. With that said, let's go over the officer class. The officer class has probably the best blaster in the game and is a good class to run if you want to get battle points fast, to get a hero or anything else. If I'm being honest, there is just one blaster I mainly use, and that is the CE44C. This blaster is a nightmare. It has a good attachment and is just great. Make sure to use this blaster in close areas and mid-range. For the attachment I run improved cooling and rapid fire. But if you're looking for another blaster, I would say the S5 is pretty decent too. And for this blaster I run reduced recoil and dual zoom. I don't like to use the iron shot, but if you're just going for vehicles, iron shot would be a nice thing to have. The cards I use most of the time is Officer's Presence, and with this card attached you will gain battle points just by staying around your teammates when they're taking damage. Because what this card do is making your allies' health regeneration begin quicker, which will give you a lot of battle points. I use these mostly on game modes like Galactic Assault or Supremacy, because I want those heroes fast. Next card is Bounty Hunter. As said before, I want as much battle points I can possibly get. Last card is Recharge Command. I know at least 80% of the officers in the server uses the improved battle command, which buffs yourself and nearby teammates, and that card is good. But because everyone uses it, I feel like I want to help my teammates in another way, because we already got one that buffs us. So I run Recharge Command, which takes all your and nearby allies' abilities out of recharge, and that will help the team going forward. Next loadout is the one I always use in Strike. First card, Bounty Hunter. Next card is called Disruption, and this card is good in both defensive and offensive situations. When pressing F, you will overheat the nearby enemy's blasters for a short time, and this card will help you if you need to push in to activate the bomb or push in to defuse the bomb in Strike. Last card is Improved Battle Command. As said before, this will buff you and your nearby teammates, and I choose this card because you want to stay alive as long as possible and protect the bomb so the enemy team can't defuse. This last loadout I never really use. Sometimes it will be the best cards you can choose, but most of the time these are just useless. Bounty Hunter for the extra battle points and Blast Command. And I will explain why I choose to have this set up in a second. And the last card is Squad Shield. Now let me explain. The Squad Shield is good in situations like the first phase on Death Star 2 and the last phase on Naboo in Galactic Assault. On Death Star, Squad Shield is good if you're on the Rebel side, and Squad Shield is pretty decent in the last phase on Naboo if you're on the Separatist side. And with the Squad Shield active, Blast Command will be a good card to push away the enemy, because it gives unlimited blaster cooling to yourself and nearby teammates for a limited time. Finally at the Sniper class. I hope this will get faster than the other classes. Let's go over the blasters. For me personally, there's still just two blasters I use. First one is the NT242. And this is without a doubt the best sniper in the game in my opinion. This blaster can one-shot every regular troop, even the heavy class, if you land headshots of course. For the attachment I run dual zoom, because when I go sniper mode, I literally go sniper mode. I'm not running around, I'm in the back of the map killing you together with dual zoom attached. Then I also run improved cooling, which is just a must on this blaster. Sometimes I can run the A280 CFE, and then I just run burst mode. Do not use this trash sniper without burst mode. That is the first general tips I got for this video. For the Starcards I mostly just run one setup all the time, except for some smaller game modes like Blast or something. But my main cards I use is first off Stealth, and this card makes you remain hidden from enemy scanners when firing your weapon, and you deal increased melee damage, which also is good. Second card is Marksman, and if you defeat an enemy by landing a headshot, your blaster's heat will reset, and last card is Bounty Hunter. Second loadout is just a messing around setup. I don't really get anything for using these cards, but those cards are definitely the funniest to play with if you play them right. Start off with Stealth card like the first loadout, and the second card is Brawler, and this just refresh all your abilities when defeating someone in melee combat. and last card is personal shield, which do as it sounds. Now here is how you play with it. I would recommend using the 8080 CFE sniper with burst mode. Now how you play it is like not being a sniper. Play it in close areas, and every time you randomly meet someone, activate your shield and try to defeat the enemy in melee combat. And then your ability will refresh, which means you can go on and on forever, basically. Well, I don't even want to show you guys the last loader because I think it's a really bad setup, to be honest. It works sometimes but not enough. So that means we're finally done with the classes. Something I didn't say in the beginning was that I was using mods to show you guys how I run my star cards and so on, but I forgot to say it's a mod. There are no loadout system. Thanks DICE. So if you are new, I'm sorry for confusing everything. But if you want to run this mod, it's multiplayer safe. Here's the name of the mod and the guy who made it. But how to download mods and Frosty Mod Manager is something you can easily find on YouTube. But there are always a risk of being banned when using mods. Even if it's a small chance you get banned, keep that in mind. Well, as I said, we are done with the classes. Well, the hero guide will take really long time to cover, so I think it's best if I do another video covering star cards best suited for each hero on both sides in the game mode, heroes versus villains. This is part 1 of the Ultimate Star Wars Battlefront 2 guide. I will make a second part if people want it, and of course the hero guide that I was talking about. But if you have enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and comment what's your favorite star card setup. Next part will most likely cover general tips. I think I might make a top 10 best general tips, but I'm not sure. I'm trying to make a list at the moment, and I've been doing it for some days now. But I think I've got some really nice tips for y'all. Well, I shall see you in the next video. May the force go with you. Always.